Hey y'all, this is Rachel Johnson, and lately you guys have asked some really awesome questions about nutrition. And nutrition is a great topic because as runners, we get to eat a ton so that we can fuel our bodies or recover from the workout or race that we just ran. So, since it's such a huge topic, I'm going to break up what I talk about into different videos and different segments and kind of have a nutrition series for y'all. So, get excited for that because I'm really excited about it. And I'm not a nutritionist, but I have found what works well for me. And I've taken some nutrition classes and sports nutrition classes. So, I kind of know a little bit and am open to exploring more and just figuring out what works well for my body. Because that's one of the most important things about nutrition, I feel, is that nutrition is a balance and it's finding what works well for you and for your body. We're all created differently, and what works well for me isn't necessarily going to work well for you or for your training partner or teammate or whoever. So since we're all different, just being open to exploring different foods and different ways to eat and just finding that balance that works for you, I think is really important when you're looking at your nutrition and what you're using to fuel your body. So today I'm just going to go into kind of an intro to the three different macronutrients that all foods are made up of, which are your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. And I'll talk about them more in detail in later videos, but like I said, this is just kind of an intro video to nutrition. But before I go into a little more detail on them, I want to make sure that everybody knows that none of these macronutrients are bad for you. I feel like in our culture today, there are so many people or so many diets, I guess, that people go on where they're like, go on this really high protein and low fat diet and it'll be great because fat's bad for you. Or go on this low carb diet because you need to cut out your carbs so that you can like lose all of this weight or whatever. And so these macronutrients, some of them get kind of a bad rap. And the truth is, none of them are bad for you. They become bad when you're eating too much or not eating enough of a certain macronutrient. So you need the right ratio and need to eat them at the right time so that you're recovered and fueled up for your workouts. And I really like to kind of compare this in an analogy with my training. So for example, I have my speed work. And I need my speed work because I need to get faster. But if I did speed work every single day, I wouldn't be able to recover and I would just shut down and eventually not be able to work out well or race well. So I need recovery days. But if I just did recovery days all the time, then I wouldn't be getting fast enough for my races. So that wouldn't be good. And then I need my base work at the beginning of the season so that it can sustain me and help me to hold on and run fast even at the end of the season. So you need all three of those things, or I need all those three things in my training. And but if I had too much of one or not enough of one, then it would be bad for me. So same thing with macronutrients. You need them all, just at different times and different ratios. So going into a little bit more detail about the three macronutrients, I'm just going to briefly state kind of what they do and why you need them. Your carbohydrates are important because they are the energy for your body. They fuel your workouts, they fuel your races, they fuel your brain even in school while you're studying or taking that really hard test. So if you didn't have your carbs, you would probably feel really low energy, and you wouldn't be able to work out well. You would just be really tired and wouldn't be able to think straight. So carbs are really important when you're getting ready for a workout and recovering as well too. So those are your carbs, and then you have your fats. And we have fats that are essential that you need in your body to protect your vital organs, like your heart. There's fat stores around your heart so that it can be protected. You also need your fats as a backup energy source. whenever you run out of carbs to run off of, then your body starts using the fat. So you need to have some fat so that you can use that as an energy source if your carbs run out. Fats also help to decrease inflammation. So after a workout, your muscles are inflamed or you have kind of an injury, fats really help to decrease that inflammation and help you to recover. They also help to absorb vitamins, so all of the vitamins that you get from your fruits and vegetables that you eat, or whatever food that has vitamins in it, your body wouldn't be able to absorb those vitamins and use them properly unless you have some fat to help absorb those vitamins with. And then the third macronutrient is your proteins. And your proteins help you build muscle and help you to recover. So as distance runners, I feel like a lot of times people are like, well, I'm not a bodybuilder, I'm not trying to build a ton of muscle. But when you're running, you're constantly breaking down muscle because you're doing the same motion with the same muscle all the time, and your muscle gets fatigued and starts tearing. And I mean, you can't feel that, but when you're sore the next day, that's why, because your muscle's been broken down. So you need that protein to help you rebuild those muscles and recover for the next day. So if you're not eating enough protein, then you'll be sore for longer and won't really be able to do the workouts that you need to. So that's kind of an intro to the 3 macronutrients. Like I said, I'll talk about them in a little more detail in later videos. And if you guys have any questions that you'd want me to cover in these series, I know a few things that I'll be talking about, but you can comment below if you're on DieStat.com or if you're on my website, RachelRunsWorld.com. I'll have some more information up on that website just about nutrition. And you can contact me through that website as well. There's a little contact button up, I think, in the corner. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching the video. And I'm excited for this series. Ask questions, and good luck if you're racing and training this weekend. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.